Welcome to my next video. In this video, we will be talking about taxes. What is the goal with taxes? Why are the tax rules so screwed up? How do we make the best of the tax rules? This is part one of a two-part series of videos on taxes. But first, what I say in this video is based upon my education, my life experiences, and my set of values. What I say in this video is for typical people in typical situations. It is not for all people in all situations. If it was, this video would be hours or even days long. My goal and hope is that by the end of this video, you will know more about taxes and you will be able to make better decisions for your life. So, what is the goal of taxes? Many people think the goal of taxes is to pay the least amount of tax possible. Is it? Is that the goal of taxes? Well, let's do a little thought experiment. You loan me $100 to pay less taxes. To help you pay less taxes, I do not pay back the loan. You call, you write, I don't pay back the loan. What I do is I tell you how you can deduct that $100 loan on your tax return. It's a short-term capital loss, a personal bad debt. So now you've paid out $100 and you have a $100 deduction on your tax return. Now, here is an important thing. A deduction on your tax return is way more than the actual tax savings you get from that deduction. Or another way of saying it is the taxes that you save from a deduction are a fraction of that deduction. So for your $100 tax deduction, you will save in taxes, depending on your tax bracket, somewhere between $0 and $37. So let's recap the whole transaction. You're out of pocket $100. You get to write off that $100 on your tax return. You get a tax savings of somewhere between $0 and $37. You're still way out of pocket. So is the goal of taxes to get your taxes as little as possible? No, that is not the goal of taxes. The goal of taxes is to end up with the most money possible after you pay your taxes. That's it. That's the goal. That's all there is. If somebody offers you money on the condition that you pay the taxes on getting that money, take the money. The taxes you pay on that money will always be less than the money you get, and you'll still end up with more money after you pay the taxes. Similarly, if the only reason that you're spending money is to get a tax deduction, don't do it. The money you pay out to get a tax deduction will always be way more than any tax savings you will get from that tax deduction. So spending money just to get a tax deduction never works. You're always out of pocket after you get your tax savings. Now, many people have a lot of harsh things to say about the tax laws and the people who make the tax laws. The tax laws that we have are just a bunch of ideas that seemed like a good idea at the time to the politicians who passed them. That's it. That's how we ended up with the tax laws and the tax rules that we have today. The tax rules are not simple. The tax rules are not fair. And the tax rules are never going to be simple. They are never going to be fair. Because politicians. Politicians like to get elected, and politicians like to get re-elected. So one way that politicians get elected and re-elected is to constantly change and tweak all the tax laws. That's why the tax laws ended up being so screwed up. So, how can most of us make the best of the tax rules? Well, many of us are employees. And if you're an employee, a key thing to look at for your tax situation are the employee fringe benefits that you get. Employee fringe benefits are when you get something of value from your employer and you don't have to pay taxes on it. Sometimes your employer just gives you something of value and you pay 0 taxes. Some examples of this are health insurance your employer provides, or your employer may match contributions to your pension plan. Another kind of employee fringe benefits is where money comes out of your paycheck and you buy stuff, but you don't have to pay any taxes to buy the stuff. Some examples of this are things like contributions to your pension plan out of your paycheck, and contributions to a cafeteria plan or a flex plan at your work. If you're an employee, the key thing for you are the employee fringe benefits. You may want to periodically check and just make sure you understand what fringe benefits are available to you as an employee. What about taxes when you make an investment? Well, remember, what matters to you is the amount of money you have after you pay taxes. So when you make an investment, what matters to you is what kind of investment income, what kind of investment return you get after you pay taxes on that investment income and after you pay taxes on that investment return. Not all kinds of income are taxed the same. Before you make an investment, it would be a good idea to inquire as to how the investment income, how the investment return is going to be taxed. What the investment income, what the investment return is before you pay taxes, that's nice, but it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters to you is what kind of investment income you got, what kind of investment return you got after you paid taxes. What about your taxes when you retire? Well, the bad news is you still have to pay taxes when you retire. The U.S. income tax is going to be whatever the U.S. income tax is going to be. There's not a lot that we can do about that. However, there is something that we can do something about: where we live when we're retired. Depending upon where you live when you're retired, you can either pay lots and lots of state and local taxes or very little state and local income taxes. For example, there are 7 states where there is no state income tax. Those states are Alaska, Washington, Nevada, Wyoming, South Dakota, Texas, and Florida. In this video, we learned about taxes. What is the goal of taxes? Why are the tax rules so screwed up? How can we make the best of the tax rules? This video is the first video in a 2-video series on taxes. In the second video, I talk about the W-4 and the 1040. If you want to learn more, be sure to check out my other videos. Until the next video, always remember that you are the best person in the world to decide what is important for you. Thank you for watching. Please click the button to subscribe. I hope that you got something from this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment. Please check out my channel, playlists, and other videos. Have a great day.